You do the thing where you do the thing with the connection. That was a hit in the 80s, wasn't it?
USB
70s?
tether.
I don't remember that.
That was a big hit in the 70s.
I'm pretending.
Oh, okay.
I'm not actually saying that was a real song. But it sounds like the kind of tune you would hear back then. Like, you do the thing, but you do the thing with the connection.
And then, like,
I'm off screen. I have no idea what's going on right now.
Hey, guys, I got a new hat. Because my old hat looks like junk. It's getting all grimy. Probably from my sweaty head. It's hard to tell with the light.
Oh, yeah.
It's because the light's bright. But this one, look how much whiter this one is. See this one? It's kind of gross.
You can totally tell the difference.
Yeah.
Very
New
nice.
one. Yeah, and what's nice is that most of the cost was like converting the art. So this hat was actually relatively cheap. I was like, oh wow, it's only that much? That's great. I would have ordered it earlier.
I found the shirt that my mom got me for my birthday.
Yeah?
Yeah. It says I'll show it off with my poor quality Ubisoft PS3 camera.
Oh, that's fine.
It's obviously backwards. But it says
November
1999.
Quarantine Edition, 21 years of being awesome.
Nice.
Cool. 99. Oh wow.
That was a rough year for me. That was a rough month for me, actually.
I was 6.
99.
Well,
I was in college.
I was 6.
I was in college.
I was almost named Hunter.
I probably fell down a lot. Has my quality improved significantly?
Yes.
Good. Because I would hope so, because this is now costing me money.
Well, it's worth it, because it's working.
I was going to say, it technically already is.
Yeah, I guess so, eh? I actually bumped up my phone plan with this call in... my screen just died. What the fuck?
Yeah, it got jittery for a second, but you're okay. Keep going.
What's going on here?
Whoa! Bright lights!
Oh, okay, you guys are still there.
You're exploding!
Something's afoot at the truck stop.
Something's afoot at the truck stop. Dun, dun, dun.
Guys,
hey, Crystal.
For Vengeance app.
Welcome to the
Camper came back for vengeance.
Back for vengeance.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. I actually moved for my safety, my own safety last night. Fuck.
Crystal writes, hey, App, what did you end up eating? Fingers crossed for the caviar pie. That's derp.
So what ended up happening is I called the Chinese place because that got the most votes. I called the Chinese place. They aren't open on Mondays. So I left them a very awkward voicemail.
Scathing review.
You just hang up, you know.
A scathing review on Yelp.
No, because it was ring, then suddenly beep. There was no like, please leave your message. It was just like beep. I was like, what? What?
What?
And so I called the pizza place I normally go to.
All right, thanks for the sound. Thank you.
8 months.
Dude, that's nuts.
Hey.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
So I called the pizza.
It's worked out.
Sorry, App, go ahead.
It's fine. I called the pizza joint I usually go order from in this area. They're backed up 3 hours, so I would be getting my food like in 20 minutes.
That's nuts. We had pizza and they had it ready in 15 minutes.
Well, I called a Greek place and they were like, "Yeah, we don't deliver to that truck stop." And I was like, "What?" And I was like,
bad
"Okay."
experiences there. We don't trust those truckers.
It's possible. So I ended up calling Domino's, and I got my Domino's in 20 minutes, and I gave the guy a $15 tip because
Holy crap.
He was super friendly, and he was the only one that would show up.
That's like a whole nother pizza. That was just like you just double pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice tip, dude.
Yeah, I always tip like 20, 25%.
Yeah, but that's like 100%. That's like 100% tip.
Yeah,
Like,
not when you eat as good as I do, Tom.
how many pizzas did you eat? Wait a minute. If that's 20%, then you ate... I can't do the math. I can't math this. You ate $75 worth of pizza?
Damn, dude. That's a really good pizza.
Is that the first dab on the Lorecast? Because
no, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's happened before.
I dab like 6 times every episode. No one ever comments on it.
Of course, it was you, though. It was you, of course.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
I am the Lorecast dabbler.
Dabbler?
Dabbler. I am the Lorecast.
I don't know that. I don't think that's how that works. But okay. Nope. Cool. I wonder if we have anyone else joining us. This is a smaller group than expected.
Yeah, I almost didn't even make it.
Yeah, I know some people couldn't make it, but I thought by switching today we would be able to reach some of the people who couldn't.
The goal.
Yeah, that was kind of the goal. That's fine.
Yeah, a couple of the folks that wouldn't have been able to make it weren't still able to make it.
Yeah,
that's kind of what happened.
But now we can have an intimate candlelit evening where it's
Yeah, no, it'll be good. It'll still be fine. I just feel bad when people can't make it. So I do my best.
Yeah.
I do my best to give everyone a shot.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well,
I'll see about lighting a candle.
Did you fart?
Well, for the intimate candlelit Lorecast episode.
I'm joking. Hold on a second, guys. I need to light a candle. What did you do?
There we go.
Lainey, how's it going? All right, you're muted. Why are you muted? I'm doing great. Thank you, Beelzebub. Beelzebub likes my jokes. All right.
Beelzebub's a great dude.
Yeah, he's super cool dude. And by the way, he's a pizza guy, so you should be friends with him.
Oh, hell yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Listen, solidarity for all drivers, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And much appreciated deliveries during quarantine and lockdowns and stuff. So
yeah.
Super love out there to Bub. Bub is awesome.
Love to Bub. Bub love.
That's what I call him.
Oh man, we need an emote that's like Bub love.
Yeah.
I need more subscribers before I'm going to get any more emotes, but maybe one day we'll get there.
Hey, I have open slots, so.
The Bub love. Yeah, you should do a Bub love emote. There you go. Yeah, what would that look like?
Thanks for the idea, Tom.
Like a pizza with devil horns? Like
yeah, with the horns for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I have ideas already. So it's cooking. The pizza's in the oven.
Oh, is this what it's really like? This must get cut from the actual podcast. Yeah, this is the pre-show stuff. This is the pre-show stuff. And it's I think I'll probably include this in the patron episode since we've been doing more talking before the show than we've been doing after the shows lately. So I think
as soon as you hit record, as soon as you play your little intro, we're all just gonna immediately forget how to talk.
Right. It's like it's like I'm like, okay guys, let's start. I hit the intro and then all of a sudden they're all actors from like Star Wars Episode 1. And they're like the Trade Federation is coming. We need to and I'm like, guys, where did your personalities go?
Or it'll just be like, so aliens. Yeah. And then it'll be like
aliens.
So Newtomer aliens, right?
Should make my hair as tall as I can get it. Yeah, everyone poof up their hair as much as they can and go aliens.
At the moment, I mean, my hair just kind of poofs anyway.
Yeah, mine doesn't get that high.
Here.
Yeah, App's got the hair for it. There you go. Yeah,
I want to keep my hat on.
App aliens. There you go. That's good. That's great. That's awesome. That was awesome. All right. Well, you guys ready to start? I'm going to do a little wiggly arm thing for no reason. Are you ready to start?
So we're all doing that
I guess
now.
that's a yes.
I'm
do this if you're ready. All right. Liam Neeson's all of the wait. Toasty. All of the acting in episode 1 is bad because the directing was bad, not because they're bad actors. They weren't directed well.
Except for Palpatine. I'm sorry. Ian McDermott sold every scene he was in.
Okay,
he chose the scenery, but he's supposed to.
Jar Jar was good too.
Boy.
Well, that's a controversial opinion right there.
Everyone's like,
Tom drops a bomb.
What?
Everybody disliked that, Tom.
Everyone's like, like, we're not going to watch
Saber
this
will
show
remember
anymore. Good luck, Tom. Man, I know how to push your guys' ear buttons.
Tom, we're
How
voting you
dare
off
you,
the Lorecast.
Jfish says. All right. All right. You guys ready? Now that you're all pissed off, let's do this. The show is brought to you by our generous patrons at patreon.com/FalloutLorecast.
Robots Radio presents the Fallout Lorecast.
Welcome to the Fallout Lorecast, a place for the Fallout community to come together to explore the boundaries of our knowledge about the world of Fallout. Welcome, friends. Back to the Fallout Lorecast. Lainey's shaking her head already. We're having a wacky time already in the pre-show. And if you're not one of the patrons and you're not getting the episodes with some of the extended content, then you're absolutely missing out. Welcome back to the Fallout Lorecast. We are here with our patrons. That's why it's been so wacky already, because I don't think we can all get together in the same voice call or video game or whatever without wackiness happening. And of course, you guys know how I do. But I am your host, Tom Robots. I'm back as usual with my co-host, Lainey or Neos Pandora. Lainey, how's it going? Welcome back.
Hello. It's going good.
Good. I think your gain might be up a little high. You're a little crunchy in the voice, so I don't know if maybe you can adjust that down a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, give me a second.
So we're doing some middle of the show prep stuff going on here. So while she's adjusting her audio, I'm going to welcome our patrons who are able to join me tonight. Welcome back, patrons. We've got Aperture Flash in his truck.
Hey guys, how you doing tonight?
How's it going, buddy?
Oh, just keeping the shiny side up as always.
The shiny side up. Nice.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Shiny side up, dirty side down, as always. How are you, Tom?
I'm good. I also have a shiny side and a dirty side. I need to go take a shower.
I'm sure.
All right. So we have also Fire Rider. Fire, how's it going?
Hello. It's going good.
Good. Welcome. And Noonimer is back.
Hello. How's it going, everybody?
Hello. How's it going, everybody? Everybody gets so tame. Once we're in the show, they're just like, they're so polite. Hello.
Well, Tom, I'm happy to tell a brief recap of why my name is Only One Gecko, because
if you want,
that was what's the deal with that? It was really rough. The previous band that I was managing, the Fire Geckos, they broke up, so it's a shame. Yeah, but one of the geckos joined my new band,
and it's just only one gecko now.
Yeah, just one gecko.
Just one gecko.
We haven't got to the point where he hasn't stopped eating the entire audience, so that's a problem. It's a little hard building a fan base. So maybe Tom, you can talk to me about that. We can workshop and figure out how to promote this band, get this off the ground.
Yeah, with my experience in New Vegas, I'm a little bit apprehensive about fire geckos because every time they see me, they just get up on those back little legs and they look so cute, and then they run at me like this.
Yeah,
and then they attack me, and then that's no good. So.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, these are fire geckos from Fallout 2, so...
Oh, okay. Well, that's a little bit better than...
They're a little more pixelated.
That's a little bit less scary, I guess. Well, wonderful story. Thank you. And welcome also to Saber. Saber, what's up? How's it going, buddy?
Good. I'm back from the back rooms.
Back from the back rooms?
That's scary.
Yeah, that's an inside joke I was running through with Noonimer's chat.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that one. Well, I hope that means good things. Aperture's pointing and smiling, so maybe he's in on the joke.
I mean, I'm pointing and smiling at the cat, but as a person who's been trapped in the back rooms, good work.
Good work. Nice. Well, welcome back, everybody. It's so nice to have you guys here. We are discussing this week a little bit about some of the information that was leaked, or not really leaked, was revealed about this next year of content for Fallout 76. And as we know, with the content that's coming up, they're wrapping up the Steel Dawn stuff with the Brotherhood. And then they gave us a little bit of a tease as to what we can expect with the storyline come, say, the fall-ish time frame, and it looks like we are getting more Aliens stories. Aliens. App, can you do the Aliens thing with your hair? App can do Aliens. He's, you guys know the Aliens guy. There he goes. Yes. Aliens. He's making his hair fly up in the air. So I'm excited about this. I think Aliens in Fallout is one of the really fun little side things that just show up every so often. And of course, they've been hinting at it a little bit through some of the stuff that you can find in Fallout 76. And of course, there was the Mothership Zeta expansion to Fallout 3. So, and I believe all of the games have had some sort of crashed ship or bodies or things like that. I believe all of them, if that's correct, have had something. So we're going to discuss today our thoughts on Aliens and Fallout. Does it really fit in? Do we like the aliens? How do we feel about them? Where do we think things might go when it comes to a story? Is there going to be more of a reveal about how they were involved with the history of human beings and maybe the Great War? Like, what are your thoughts on this? Would anybody like to kick us off with some of your thoughts? All right, Noonimer. Noonimer wants to. It's coming up to bat. Welcome.
Yeah, I'm coming in hot. I'm coming in hot with a hot take.
Yeah, give us your hot take. How do you feel about aliens?
The aliens are the most important faction in Fallout.
The most important faction in Fallout? Wow. Yep. That is a hot take. Okay, so explain to us why this is. What's going on here? App's making faces.
Okay.
Yeah, Laney's making a face. Like you're getting faces here.
Yeah. All right. So I am of the school of thought that the aliens started the Great War. Whether they launched both sides of nukes or one side to see what would happen for funsies,
or manipulated
events. Yeah, lots of different factors. I believe that whether or not they caused it, they were definitely at play. And so just the very origin of the universe itself, besides, time divergence, the reason why there's a wasteland, in my opinion, is most likely the aliens. Obviously, there were human forces at work that had to be in the position they were in, but that's where I'm coming at overall. But then beyond that, we know that alien technology was being retrofitted or whatever, to make a lot of the technology that we see in Fallout. It explains a lot.
Are you saying reverse engineered? Is that the word you're looking for?
There it is, reverse engineered. Yeah, right. That a lot of the technology, possibly even pre-war, was retrofitted from alien technology. And we know that canonically, too. We know the Enclave did that. We know the Brotherhood did that. The fact that they're in every single game, in different capacities. In Fallout 1 and 2, it was just skeletons in a crashed ship. Right. But in Fallout 2, you could actually get some good stuff, But it's been in the lore all along. It's even in there's an alien plotline in Shelter. In Fallout Shelter.
Okay, so, yeah. See, I'm not sure about that stuff like that because I played Shelter, but I played so early that there wasn't a lot in the way of like the quests you can go out and do. So I didn't actually get to experience a lot of that stuff. So that's interesting to know that. Thank you for that info. That's cool.
I think Tactics might be the only game. I didn't check that one. They may not be in Tactics, but everything else, there's aliens for sure.
Yeah. So, okay. So you are of the aliens are behind it all camp. And there's evidence for this. There are ways of, and this is very early on in the show, in the first and second episode where I talk about the Great War and how this is one of the potential things that could have been behind the Great War. We go over that really, really early on. And I find that an interesting perspective because it I don't know, it makes, I can see good things that come from this and also problems with that. So, for example, if the Brotherhood is worried that humanity is going to misuse technology and it wasn't ultimately humanity's fault that led to the end of everything, then should they really be worried about that? Like, does that kind of nullify their justification?
Okay, this is highly informed by my perspective as starting with Fallout 1. Because there was, and I saw Lainey raising her hand, so just so you know, but just to finish this thought. So one of the things that there were several things I felt kind of went in different directions after the transfer, to Bethesda, which is going to happen because there's different people with their hands on the lore. So I really feel like that everything you just said about it nullifying a lot of the, points of Fallout is very much in line with the sense of humor of Fallout 1, 2, and Tactics. Very much.
Yeah.
And that sort of nihilistic edge was what was softened when it came over to Bethesda. And there's still tons of nihilism, don't get me wrong.
Sure.
And the sense of humor is still there. And there's tons of the DNA of the sense of humor that I see in all the Bethesda games. But that is very Fallout 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Especially,
you come to find out that all of these problems are not, humanity has just been being played this whole time, and that so much of the conflict is really not even their fault.
But the things it says about humanity are still true, because society was on the brink. And I am also of the frame of mind that the Great War would have happened anyway.
Yeah, but here's the bigger picture, though, is what if society was on the brink because of other things the aliens were doing in the background? What if it wasn't just the catalyst to the bombs dropping? What if they were manipulating events and nations and people against each other for years and years and years and years before that, and we're constantly keeping humans in a state of conflict with each other in order to weaken us, to make sure that we never did become an advanced spacefaring technology focused, civilization?
Well, they would have reason to. Mothership Zeta kind of proves that point. You go in there, one man army or one woman army or one person army, and you destroy everything. So if a single vault dweller can do that, then maybe they had a reason to. But I do think that the meddling in human affairs was subtle. I don't think it was overt.
Right. All right. So Aperture and Laney have some thoughts here. App, why don't you go ahead and start? You're a guest. You're one of our guests.
Well, I'm inclined to agree, but in a very tangential way. I think they are responsible, but in like a chaos theory kind of way. Because they are responsible for the first canon divergence when they abducted that samurai.
Right.
And then that cowboy. And I feel like all the technology that was garnered from aliens was done by mistake. Like, the aliens in this universe are notoriously bad pilots. They're constantly crashing.
Yes, right. Yeah. Now,
So
do you think that's just due to their own ineptitude, or do you think that maybe there's more than just that single alien group, and they're just the ones who are bad at fighting against the other ones, and they're the ones who keep getting shot down? Or
I look at it this way. The first time you hit a snowstorm in Colorado, it's like nothing you've ever driven in before. What's to say the first time you fly through Earth's atmosphere?
Sure.
They don't have their snow tires, as it were.
Right. Or here's another perspective. Who's to say that the aliens are as united as we would assume they are? What if there are different factions among that one alien race? And they're vying for control or manipulation of Earth for our resources or whatever.
Well, wasn't it said that all the ships that crashed onto Earth were from that one particular mothership?
I think that's
I think there was in 3.
Yeah, but then again, who's to say that there wasn't another conflict, like another faction that was shooting those ships down, that was sabotaging them or ruining, or even internal to that ship, like an internal hidden group that was sabotaging the events of what was going on because they disagreed with what the leadership was doing or something like that, and they were making it difficult, and that's what made the aliens look inept. Like I could think from a writer's standpoint, I could come up with a number of different ways of justifying this and say, like, yeah, this is what it looks like based on this much amount of evidence we have, but really the bigger picture is there's this other thing going on,
Mm-hmm.
Can I say something on it? I definitely agree with the ununified alien. I think they are definitely a force of chaos, and that they are they seem that way. You know, they seem very mean-spirited.
Yeah, they make that
very
little sound, and then they get angry at you, and they.
I mean, some of the things you learn about them they just seem mean-spirited in a very unevolved, unscientific cultural way, where, you know, in order to, you know, get to the level of everything they are, you would think, you know, they hopefully have figured some stuff out, you know, but it seems like maybe space is the bigger wasteland and aliens are going around there in their own factions. You know, I did start saying faction, but I meant, you know, like a general concept, you know, of a group. But I do think that, you know, it most likely is that way, and that, you know, different missions, different, you know, groups that crash in different places and whatnot, it's all kind of just chaos, you know. But
what if
there's a mothership, there's some sort of organization, at least of that group.
That's true. What if, and here's just another potential concept. What if because you're right, when you meet them, they seem very incompetent. They seem very emotional and very reactionary and very incompetent. What if they did not design that technology? What if they conquered whatever race designed that technology and are now using it to their own ends, just like we would do if we were to have conquered them and the technology remained functional? We would, I mean, you watch a show like Stargate, right? Like, how many times did the humans take like the Goa'uld mothership or something, and then they took use of it and then flew across the galaxy, right? Using somebody else's technology. The assumption of the people on the planet they go and visit would be, oh, that's their technology, right? Because you don't know any better. You don't know anything about the design aesthetics and how technology works, or if this, you know, race of aliens would be able to design this, or are smart enough to have created it, or are old enough to have created it, those kinds of things. You wouldn't know any of that. You would only have the picture of, this is the group and these are the vehicles they came in, and so you'd make assumptions about, this must be their stuff. They must have designed it. Just another funny thing to throw out there. I know Lainey's been waiting to kind of chime in on some stuff. What are you thinking, Lainey?
Well, I can take this back to the Brotherhood question that you asked. And I know that we talked about, like, oh, maybe it's just nihilistic, right? It's so tragic. What if they really are trying to protect people from people problems when aliens are the real problem? Like, that is really sad and scary. But you have to think, when you see that they've been abducting people from as far back as the samurai, and when you see that they crash frequently, and obviously we have their technology, it's impossible to acknowledge that they exist. So the Brotherhood would have to know that they exist. So maybe that is part of the technology that they're trying to protect people from, right? So just another thought. And then also, I think it's interesting, you know, when you talk about having different factions of aliens. And when I did the original research for our alien episode, like a couple months ago, when you look at anything written about the aliens in Fallout that is like actually canon, there's a clear distinction between the like Zayden aliens and other aliens. And even though they do look the same, which makes me think that there definitely has to be multiple factions, because otherwise, why wouldn't they just call them all Zaydens, right? Why are there different kinds?
Different labels, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or even the Flatwoods monster. Like,
right.
You look at it in Fallout 76, and if you look at the character model, or you get close enough to kind of peer into the suit and kind of clip through it, you can see that it's got like the tiny little legs and the little arms, but it looks different than the other Zaytons. Now, is it genetically designed to be different? Is it a different subspecies of them? Is it a different alien, completely? These are all things that we don't really know. And there could be so much more around this that is yet to be revealed. Yep. Uh-oh. We're not getting any sound. We're missing your sound. It looks like it's trying to come through, but it's not coming through. Oh, and by the way, oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah. You're good. You're good.
My mic was off. I'm going to disagree with you on the you saying that they seem very emotional and incompetent. I'm going to...
Okay.
Yeah, they seem emotional, but when you're up on their ship, they struck me as a group of people who they came here with a mission, and they've been here for way too long.
Okay,
it's
so they're like burned out.
yeah, they're burned out. They came here. They had a goal. They were doing their scientific work. I mean, you could see that they had some very sophisticated technology. And I hate to bring it back to this argument, but we're on the internet, so it always comes back to Nazis. They were performing similar experiments that the Nazis were hoping that they could pull off.
Yeah, they were doing genetic experimentation on humans. Like that is something that seems very, very clear. It also seems like maybe we were doing genetic experimentation on them as well, based on some of the things that you can find remaining around in Appalachia. I don't know.
Wouldn't know.
There are so some of the bunkers in Fallout 76, there appear to be what used to be some sort of scientific medical bunkers with the remains of what might be things that were used to, check out aliens. There's also alien bodies in one of the vaults, I believe. One of the vaults. I'm coming up blank on this one, but there is some stuff in there that leads you to go, okay, wait, what else is going on here? And of course the Flatwoods monster. So there's already some stuff in there. But yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe they're just burnt out. Maybe they're just, they've just been.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. They just don't care anymore. And infighting has been their doom.
Maybe they are as maybe infighting is as much of a problem for them as it is for humans. And why would we assume otherwise? Yeah, Nunimer?
I hit the wrong button there. Sorry about that. Hold on one second here. Sorry about that. All right. So, a couple things that were mentioned. One is like, as far as like what App was saying, I base my characterization of them on more than just the way the character models act and speak. It's more like their course of history of involvement with humanity. So, that's one aspect of that. But we do know that there are other alien species. We just haven't necessarily seen them or seen them confirmed. We don't know about the Flatwoods monster, canonically yet, so we're not 100% sure of that. But then I forget what the third thing was, but it was something you were talking about with the you know what? I'll tell you when it comes back to me.
It'll come back.
Yeah. I'll come back around to it.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. Lainey, you said you kind of raised your hand like you had something too.
Yeah, I was looking into the Flatwoods monster a little bit more to try and see, if we do know anything else about it. Mm-hmm. And people are pretty certain that it's a deformed Zetan.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a regular Zetan. It looks like it's
right, but that it is that kind of alien, like the same, from
it has a similar head.
Zetan aliens.
Yeah,
right. Which is interesting, and I don't know. So the whole point of the Flatwoods monster, right, is that it's coming down to collect research, basically, and take it back up. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of funny to think that perhaps, after the Mothership Zeta incident, they aren't abducting anymore. They're going down to the source instead.
Well, the Mothership Zeta incident would have been 200 years later than the events of 76. Yeah. So. Oh,
interesting. Wait, so why did? It's funny.
Well, maybe that's part of their process. Maybe they're going down for research, abducting people, bringing them back up, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to think. Okay, so think about when we investigate planets. We aren't always sending people to them. We're sending like
probes.
Robots,
rovers, and
yeah. So it would make sense to send something down. And I guess if they don't have, we have lots of robots, but maybe they've never used a robot before, So they send down some weird deformed alien and said, how do you get chosen for that? They're like, you'd fit in this weird almond suit. You don't have any legs.
Nekomata in chat says he thinks they're the Zetan kids. Maybe as a kid, you have to prove yourself as, and go down to the surface of Earth and like poke around and do some research. And then you can grow up and be a full-fledged Zetan grown up on the ship. Yeah, Nunimer?
That's kind of funny because that's how the responders, when they have kids or they have kids in their group, they're like, oh, you can like participate in some like safe researchy tasks until you come of age.
Right. Yeah. Nunemer, you had something?
Yeah, the thing came back to me, but real quick, they actually did have robots. They had they called them drones, so they did have robot technology. But it was about pre-war. Aliens did towards the end of the pre-war history. Aliens did become somewhat public knowledge. Not public, but at least like within most government officials. People were becoming more in the know. There were a lot of conspiracy theories going around that the government actually directly responded to. Right. So people were accusing the government of using alien technology pre-war. So, and it wasn't just tinfoil hat people screaming, at the ground. It was, or screaming on the History Channel. It was, regular folks that were, hearing things and reporters reporting and probably getting in a lot of trouble for doing so, but yeah, so it was actually the information was out there.
Right. So
the truth is out there.
So here's another concept that occurs to me, because as we've been thinking through this, and previous to us getting together, I was thinking through aliens and what their involvement might be in those kinds of things. What if human beings were getting too close to successful space travel? Like we have, where was it? In New Vegas, we have the rockets that were, that the ghouls want to use, right? In order to like blast off and get off the planet. So we have the technology on the planet for a lot of research involved with things like space travel and those kinds of things. Maybe we were getting too close to it and they decided to stop us from leaving Earth or for being a starfaring race, because that's part of their plan. I mean, that could be another piece of the puzzle. Lainey?
I think that would make perfect sense. If that was something that they planned about the aliens or whatever, because the timing makes sense. You have to think the Cold War and the space race, right? We were going places and maybe they really didn't like it,
Yeah.
It would have
maybe we were becoming a threat
to intervene. Yeah.
I want to hear what Pieman was able to join us. Welcome, Pieman. And Fire hasn't chimed in too much. Do either of you guys have any thoughts on this so far? And Saber hasn't said had a whole lot.
This isn't a topic I know a lot about, so I'm actually just kind of listening. And when things click, it's like, oh yeah, okay.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, that could be a thing. Yeah, and you guys know me. I love to speculate on this stuff as if I was like one of the writers that could be like, oh, and then this thing happens, and then this is what's actually going on here. But like, do you have let's move from like a story perspective to a gameplay perspective. Do you like coming across aliens and fall? Do you feel like it fits in with the world? Do you feel like Pieman's got some thoughts on this? What do you think, Pieman?
I do. I got big thoughts. Big brain moment here. I just had big brain moment.
All right, big brain moment. Drop it on us.
Big brain. So what I was thinking was, maybe these aliens were like, oh, they see us. Maybe they created us. Maybe I'm behind the ball on this and everything, and we just evolutionized a different way than everyone else.
Right. What if they were somehow behind the creation of humanity and they go back far enough into our history that we've always been some sort of experiment of theirs, right? That could totally be a thing. Yeah. Yeah. Fire?
And that's why.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Pieman. Do you have more?
Yeah, and that's why when we see in the Mothership Zeta DLC in Fallout, I think it was 3. Yeah. I always get my Fallout mixed up. 3, how they bring back different genres, like like the samurai, the military men from Anchorage, all those people. It's just not one specific person, from a specific time. It's all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, different cultures, different people, different time periods. Yeah, totally. You might be hitting on something there. Fire, you had something to add?
Okay, now I have something to contribute.
Okay.
I was going to say, we do have some evidence for that, for them going kind of all the way back, and it's the Secret of Cabot House. The artifact, and the guy goes looking, finds the city that predates all human civilization, and finds the artifacts there, brings it back, gives them more immortality. And it's made pretty clear throughout there that this is supposedly the work of aliens. Mm-hmm. And there doesn't seem to be any evidence to the contrary.
Right. And we do have there's the other side of the creepy, mysterious part of Fallout is always this like ancient gods thing. Like, did we delve too deep into the past, into the history, into the occult? But to say that isn't also aliens, I mean, why couldn't it be, right? Like an ancient god could be a powerful extraterrestrial presence.
You might find out more about the interloper in 76 and stuff once the aliens comes out.
Yeah, all of that stuff could be tied together. So, man, I'm looking forward to this because I really like the alien side of it. And it fits into this whole retro future kind of thing. You know, the whole 1960s thrown into the future concept of like, you know, these gray big headed aliens and, you know, B movies with them going meh, meh, and shooting their ray guns and stuff. Right. But how do you guys feel about the alien technology in the game? Because this is one of those things that we only get a little bit of. We get like a ray gun. We get like, don't we have like a bigger ray gun in Fallout 3? Isn't there like the rifle variant of that or something? I'm trying to remember. App, you've got some thoughts on this.
Well, okay, so you get the pistol, you get their rifle,
right,
and then there is a salvaged like battle cannon that is basically a gun, but space age wooey technology. And there's also their probes. I mean, their stun batons.
Yeah, the stun batons. Right. But what if we had other variants of these weapons? What if we were to come across a bigger crash ship with more weapons and things that we could use in Fallout 76? What about spacesuits or armor or things that could be incorporated into power armor that come from a technology beyond ours?
Well, we already have that though, Tom.
I mean, we've been incorporating it.
All the laser rifles and everything is alien tech.
That's true. It's true. I mean, it comes. The core of it is alien tech. But what if there was other stuff that is new that we could then begin integrating into human stuff? Lainey?
I like the idea of having armor that you could get that looks similar to Flatwoods monster armor.
Yeah.
Like the purple with like maybe like a big astronaut helmet. That'd be so cool.
That would be really cool. And it, you know, it would give you radiation protection and, you know, that kind of stuff, just like any other suit like that could. Nunimer?
Yeah, just real quick. In the like gameplay technology aspect, if you think about it, like an alien blaster is often one of the most powerful weapons in the game. Mm-hmm. The alien attack tends to knock everything off, you know, the scale. I mean, is off the scale compared to everything else.
Right.
So, you know, if that's where 76 is going to go with this, it could be some really interesting things that are beyond, because it wouldn't be that reverse engineering. It would have the full potential. So armor and things like that could potentially come, you know, down the road with that story stuff is might be really interesting and really powerful.
What if incorporating alien technology into current weapons and armor is what gives you the 4th star in your legendary? It kind of just, you know, upgrades things beyond what we would capably be able to do ourselves, right? Yeah, Pieman's doing the explodey brain thing. Like, what if that's that? Or what if this leads to end game content that is more difficult than any of the other content we've been able to do, but also gives you rewards that are just that extra tier better than the other things that you're able to get, but takes a lot more coordination and work with a team, kind of like a trial or a raid dungeon or, you know, that kind of stuff. So, Eleni?
Do we know who invented teleportation in the Fallout universe? Because
I don't know. That's a good question.
I'm thinking of like Fallout 4, right? In order to get in and out of the Institute, they had to teleport you.
Right.
And something the Flatwoods monster can do consistently is teleport.
Mm-hmm.
Is that alien technology as well? That would be crazy.
I don't see why not. So yeah, Fallout 4, you have the Institute. It's the outgrowth of, you know, MIT research, you know, the leading minds in the world at the time of the Great War. As Nunimer has said, there was very, very clear implications that we were already using alien technology and studying it. Who would be studying it but those people? Where would they leave that information but to the people that ended up becoming the Institute, right? So that would make sense. Even the synths and the synth guns, I'm sure, have some connection to alien technology at their core. It would make sense. I think that there could be a lot going on there. Saber, join us.
One of the cool things that I think that honestly could possibly happen is, what if we had used the teleportations, like the Brotherhood of Steel, like missions where you do with the 4 people, but we're going to an alien spaceship.
The daily ups. I was going to go there. This is where I was going to go. I had this all planned out in my head. Like, okay, maybe ask this question, then go here, then go here. And I was going to throw that one out there. Yeah, because in daily ops, you just kind of like, you leave the map you're in, you go into a new map, right? But even if you go into a vault or certain underground locations or certain buildings, you're going into an instanced location. In the technology of the game takes you out of the main world of the server and puts you in an instance place with only specific people and only specific things going on. So who's to say that doesn't mean that there isn't something that happens in the fall when they introduce this, where all of a sudden you get beamed up by a spaceship and now you're in a different map? Or what if the aliens, like, what if the information they got back from the Flatwoods monster was, these people are crazy and they're nuking each other and everything. We have to launch an assault on them now to stop them from blowing us up. And we have to man an assault back, and it takes us onto a spaceship and we end up in space. You know, like, it could be any of that stuff. You could totally work that in the current engine in the way that the game works. I think that's brilliant. I think you're right. I think that could very much be a thing. What do you guys think? You think this is likely, or do you think this is another, like, Tom's got some crazy ideas here? Pieman. Pieman's going to chime in as soon as he's unmuted. What do you think, Pieman? Uh-oh.
Oh,
there you are.
I think it's sort of likely. Yeah, sorry, I switched over.
Yeah, you're good now. You think it's sort of likely? Like there's potential in this idea? Like it might happen?
Yeah, I think there is potential in this idea, because just how Fallout 76, the game, is going, where it's going, they got to involve aliens somewhere, somehow. You know, in Fallout New Vegas, I think there's aliens. I'm not sure.
Yeah. You weren't here for the beginning of our conversation, but we did kind of recap that aliens show up in all the main games and have already shown up in 76 in a little ways. But their roadmap is showing that it's going to, that the expansion in the fall will be focused on aliens. So the story is going to be focused on them. But the question is, like, you know, is this going to take us into space? Like, do you think we'll end up in space?
I think when you're talking about aliens, the only thing I could think of is when Mothership
Zeta.
3,
yeah,
when we're going up into space, I think that they'd probably do something similar to that, but on a bigger, grander scale, since it's the Fallout 76.
Okay.
And that engine.
All right, so even bigger than Mothership Zeta.
Yeah, like a big old egg.
Like the Mothership.
More. Yes. Big old mothership with new weapons, maybe different fusion cores for your power armor.
Yeah, you know, that could be a thing. Like improved fusion cores.
Stuff.
Yeah,
improved fusion cores. The sky's the limit with this alien. With the alien, what they're going to do for Fallout 76 at this point.
Totally. Noonamer, you had something you wanted to share.
Yeah, well, if we're going into full theory, what it's going to be for 76,
sure, why not?
What if it was infiltrate a ship and destroy it?
Oh my God, yeah. What if that was it?
You and your team have to get in there, accomplish certain tasks, and then get out. And you have to get out like similar to getting out of the cave for an Earl fight. You know, you have to get out before it's destroyed.
Right. What if you have to have,
that would be pretty fun.
What if you have to have power armor or some sort of equivalent to reduce your fall speed? Because power armor, you can just kind of jump out of things and land, right? So what if you jump out of the ship as it's like exploding behind you and fall to Earth? I know that's a little nuts, but that would be awesome.
I was thinking more you get to like a teleporter or you get to like an escape pod. No, you fall to Earth from space. Power armor is awesome, but that's maybe pushing it a little bit.
Be so I don't good. Know. Yeah, you get a little jetpack on the back too, so it reduces your fall speed. So you're like as you come down, but like the camera zooms out right? And you see like the spaceship, and then you see every like the four of you just go out the hatch, and then it goes and blows up into little pieces, and then you all fall to Earth, and then you all land on the ground, and then all the legendary gear just goes plop 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 around you because it fell also out of the spaceship. Come on,
this is brilliant. My face. This is my face and this is my voice, but inside I'm screaming in astrophysics right now. Screaming in astrophysics.
Oh, of course. This is ridiculous. This is a very cartoony thing, but I think that's why I like it. Now, I don't know that would make actual sense in the game. I'm being a little bit ridiculous and extreme here, but your concept of beating a ship, like destroying the ship, could make a lot of sense. Do you think, here's another question. We have a storyline based around the Brotherhood of Steel and Steel Dawn, right? And that's going to continue. And that is focused, and Lainey and I have been doing episodes on this. So spoilers if you haven't listened to those episodes or played Fallout 76, but it has to do with the Atlas Observatory and the manipulation of weather, the technology that allows you to manipulate weather. Do you think that that is going to have anything to do with the aliens? Do you think that that storyline is going to be a carry through? Like, are the aliens interested in that technology? Are they behind it? Do you think that there's going to be some connection there? App?
Short answer, yes.
Yeah, just yes. You think it'll be a continuation?
Well, yeah, I mean, because the weapons are alien tech, the stealth is alien tech, the life support that Fallout has is alien tech. It would stand to reason that the weather control is alien tech. Mm-hmm. If the society is advanced enough to travel across the cosmos, it's not so out of the question that they're advanced enough to control their own weather, so why not ours?
So Paladin Romani's like, so we're getting readings coming in, and Night Shin is like, oh crap, what is it, more raiders? And then Paladin Romani's like, no Shin, it's from the sky. Round ships from the sky. They're gonna bomb the Atlas Observatory. And then Shin's like, I got this. And then he rallies you as a group, and then you guys teleport onto the ship and then try to blow it up before it comes and blows up the Atlas Observatory. Again, this is a little cartoony.
But yes.
Nunimer's got some thoughts on this one.
Yeah, just the idea of them using alien technology, say, to make the satellites mm-hmm. that technology was going to be based on or use, and that those satellites give off a transmission. They send out a transmission because humanity is yet again messing with technology that it shouldn't be, and it sends out this wave out, and it reaches, and it's taken this long for them to respond to it. It's been what is this supposed to be? It's 30 years? How long is it?
Yeah, it's like 2103 or something.
20, right okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. So 25, yeah. So, it takes them that amount of time to get here. Maybe, they've been coming here from before the pre-war, and it's a different race, maybe a different alien race or a different faction within the Zetans, So I think there's definitely something to that, because it would make a lot of, science fiction sense.
Yeah. So there's that. Okay, so here's another one. Got another one for you. In the events of Fallout 76, so much of it is revolving around the Scorched Plague. And the Scorched Plague has a significant and major effect on the biology of creatures in the wasteland. And it doesn't seem to care. Like, for example, coronavirus jumped from most likely birds to humans, right? But it can't infect your dog. Your dog's not going to get the coronavirus, right? The Scorched Plague is caught by everything and anything. Humans, bats, mammals, reptiles. It doesn't matter. Everything catches the Scorched virus. What if that is what they're interested in? Because, like we talked about before, we know that they've been doing genetic manipulation on humans, or at least testing. What if this Scorched Plague is a virus that they've never seen before, and they're now choosing to be involved with that? Saber hasn't gone a whole lot. Let's do Saber first and then Pie Man.
As always, with my tinfoil hat, I will say it's always the aliens' fault.
You think the Scorched Plague was the aliens' fault? I mean, we know it had to do with the Enclave. Like that, it was something the Enclave were doing. But who knows? Maybe the core of that technology was again based on alien stuff.
Aliens.
Aliens. Every time we say aliens, Aperture Flash needs to go like this. Aliens. He needs to do that with the hair. That's great. Okay. Pie Man, what did you think? So what were you saying? You were gesturing at your head. You were saying something.
Yeah, I'm putting on my tinfoil hat also.
Okay, got it.
I also think that the Scorched are massively the other way around. Let me phrase that. Aliens, yeah. Long and short of it, I do agree. Aliens.
Okay, long short of it, you agree. Aliens are interested in the Scorched and what's going on with that. All right. Okay. I think that's all of my questions about this. Do you guys have any other thoughts on aliens and the involvement of them, or what you would like to see happen, or things that you would be interested in getting a reveal about? Lainey?
I would like to add that Aperture put in the chat Scorched aliens.
Scorched
which
aliens.
I think is interesting. And I think that if you consider that they've been sending aliens down, what if it caught it? What if it came back carrying the Scorched Plague and we have aliens coming to Earth that maybe they wouldn't have come and been angry otherwise, but now they're infected. And they're just, the Scorched Plague does what the Scorched Plague does.
There is no Scorched Flatwoods monster in the game.
There's no Scorched Flatwoods monster?
No, there's Scorched versions of lots of creatures, including like the Sheep Squatch
I think all the
Deathclaw
have Scorched versions.
There's no Scorched Flatwoods monster.
Yet.
This is not yet a thing. Yeah, I wonder. I have to wonder what that means. Aperture's gotten his own tinfoil hat going here. That's going to protect you from rays from the moon or something. I don't know. All right, Nunimer, let's go back to you.
Okay. Since I've had theories about the aliens since 1997, I also hope that it's never fully answered. I like that being a question of the Fallout universe. I hope that this new content, if it does answer it, I hope it does it in a satisfactory way, of course. But I love ambiguity, good ambiguity in storytelling. And the fact that people can have so many different theories about who dropped the bomb first, who, launched the nukes first, who's to blame, who's not to blame, whatever, however you look at it. But, I like having that mystery. So, and if it's ever revealed that it wasn't the aliens, I'm more than happy, to adjust. And I also have sub theories too. It's not pure alien theories, but, I do kind of hope that's left unanswered. I'd like to have some unanswered questions in the Fallout lore.
Yeah, I think that's mystery is very important to these kinds of stories. And the reveal is never as satisfying as the mystery. You look at like X-Files, right? Like X-Files was at its best in like the first 3 or 4 or 5 seasons. But once it gets further along and you're like, okay, we know these things are going on. It's like, okay, well, now we know what's going on. And it loses some of that gravitas. Lainey?
The movies smack, though.
The movies smack? I've saw the first movie in the theater when it came out. I don't know that I saw...
You watched the second one.
I don't think I saw the second one, but that one's more recent, right? They came out, 9 years ago or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Aperture now has a tinfoil hat on his bobblehead, his little Vault Boy bobblehead on his... in his truck, on his dashboard. That's great. All right, guys. Well, here, let's final question for you. Final question. If they were to include some sort of never before seen alien item in the game, whether it's a weapon or a piece of armor or a gadget that does something, what would you come up with? What would you be like, okay, this would be really cool if this is a thing? Aperture?
Alien turrets for your camp.
Oh, you said turrets. I thought you said turds.
Well, knowing the humor, they'd probably have that as a decoration item.
As well. An alien toilet for your camp.
Or how about so it is a defense item, right?
Yeah.
It's an alien defense item where it's you step onto a little block, right? And we're doing tinfoil that time.
Yeah.
You step onto a little block and boom, tractor beam sends you right up into the sky, right to the moon.
And then you fall all the way back down to Earth. And unless you have power armor, you're screwed.
Yeah, it's just you falling down and you're just
just the wind is blowing his hair back. Oh, and the hat flew off. Also, I like that though. The alien turrets for your base. That would be really cool. All right. Any other thoughts? Let's see. Who else has an alien artifact or item? New number?
How to find the unmute button? 2 words. Laser sword.
Laser sword, like a lightsaber, but not a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Like Aperture talked about it before. The little rod thing, the electric rod. What's that called? It's called a baton. The probe baton thing, but like a full-sized sword one. Would it be kind of like that? Okay,
so we're talking legally distinct lightsaber,
right?
Like the ones you get. Yeah, it's the ones you get in like a drugstore. And I think they should have super duper low durability too, because those things break in like 2 fights.
That's right. They're actually made out of plastic. The handle is still plastic. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like it.
So it's that you get it as a base weapon. It's just the toy, right? But a la Fallout 4, the DLC, if you do an upgrade to it, it becomes like unstoppable. It's like it becomes an actual laser weapon.
Ah, yeah. You graft it onto like Grognak's axe handle or something, and then all of a sudden you got like, what if it was a laser axe? What if you had like Grognak in space?
Optimus Prime has a laser axe.
There you go. There you go. Like the Doomslayer's got that cool looking laser sword that's got like the thing at the end that kind of looks like an axe.
You get a laser axe in New Vegas in the DLC. The think tank, they got laser axes.
Fallout laser axe. I'm going to look this up while you guys think about it.
It's got some sciencey name.
The proton axe. This is it. Yeah. The proton axe. Okay. Yeah. It's kind of like a laser axe. It's got like the little curvature on it that maintains like a beam that goes across it. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. That'd be cool. All right. Any other thoughts on alien artifacts that you would want to bring back? Fire.
How about, since all we've seen so far are aliens that are like kind of the human aliens, if you will, an alien animal that you can have as a pet,
like an alien dog?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be awesome. What is it? What is is it a dog? Is it a cat? Is it a bird? Like, what is the equivalent of this? What would it be for you? What do you want?
Probably more like a cat.
A cat, an alien cat. Does it have fur?
No,
it's a hairless cat. It's still kind of mammalian. It's like a mammalian hairless cat. Does it have like big bulbous alien eyes?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Does it have like antenna?
Yes.
Does it have ears and antenna?
I'm making this up as I go.
That's what I do most of the time. So yes. This goes. All right. So does it have like ears and antenna?
Yes.
All right. Are the ears big or are they little?
They're little.
They're little ears. How big is the animal?
Yes.
Is it like cat sized? It's like cat sized.
Yes, I think so. It'd really be more decorative, just to kind of hang out at your camp. But
you know what I would add to this? The one thing I would add to it is like it looks super cute. It's a little hairless, kind of cute little cat guy, right? With like little antenna. His head is way bigger.
I think where you're going with this, I think I saw it in a movie.
His head is like way bigger than his body. Like he's kind of like a Pokemon, right? Like a big head, little body. But then if somebody attacks your camp, he gets really mad. And when he growls, it's like there's a million teeth. And it's like, and then you're like, oh no. Yeah. That's what I think.
My kid has a stuffed animal that looks like that.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Yeah, I was looking for a toy of Stitch here, but couldn't find it.
Kind of like Stitch. Yeah.
Trying to think.
Yeah.
I don't know where it would be.
Hannah means family. All right. Lainey? I got a thumbs up from Nunimer on that one.
I've been looking at alien tech that we've seen in Fallout. And one of the ones that caught my eye, one of the things that we've seen in the past, let me see what this is in. Fallout 3, one of the things you find in Mothership Zeta that you can use to heal when you're getting through the ship is alien biogel. Yeah. So there could be some chem-related things that we could get from the aliens as well, which is a fun idea. But yeah. There's actually a lot more tech on here than I thought. Way more weapons than I assumed, right? We talked about... Maybe we need to do an episode on this
and go through all the alien tech that has been in Fallout. Because this is one of those things. Like, we've talked about aliens a lot, but I haven't gone back and I forgot about the biogel. That is totally a thing.
You know how we have the archways we can walk through to get rid of radiation? Mm-hmm. The aliens have one that heals you. Interesting connection.
Have one of those for your camp?
A lot, going on here.
That'd be cool.
This is cool.
Very cool. Yeah, we're gonna have to dig into that stuff. Let's put that on the list of things to dive into in the future. All right, Saber or Pie Man? You guys have any thoughts on alien stuff? Saber? We'll do Pie Man last. Yeah, Saber?
I want a lot more camp stuff. I just want more camps. So that I can build so I can expand my Krypton cabin to now have an alien themed hotel.
Alien hotel? Is it going to look like you're on a flying saucer? Is that like your room looks like a flying saucer or something?
Well, no, one thing I really specifically want is I want crashed spaceship building camp stuff. Ooh. I just want to litter the yard with it.
Yeah, I got that. Okay. I like that. I like that idea.
Like what they did with the airplanes and stuff for recently, a couple months ago, I think, maybe we.
Yeah, the defensive, there's like a bundle where they've got like the broken down airplane and a bunker and some other stuff, right? That one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. All right, Pie Man, do you have any thoughts on this? What kind of alien thing do you want? I don't know if Pie Man's going to be able to talk. It looks like you're muted. I don't know if you can hear us. Well, if you have an idea, Pie Man, feel free to chime in with it. So if I was to add something from Aliens to kind of wrap this up, I would add a, in the Mothership Zeta where you are in there and you find like the rooms where they've been like operating on people and researching on them, and you've got like the beds and the tech and the weird stuff. I want a room like that for my camp, where you're like coming into my camp and they're like, oh my God, what have you been doing in here? And you've got like the tray of weird tools, and you've got like the sterilized, like metal bed, and it looks like a doctor's office, but it's all like alien tech. That's what I want. I want one of those. Everyone's shaking their head. They're saying no. I've had a lot of really good ideas this episode, guys, and you keep on shaking your heads no at me. I don't know what's going on. Aperture and Saber both are raising their hands. I don't know who was first. Who was first? Saber, were you first?
I guess, yeah. I bet BuddyBot would love that.
Oh, BuddyBot would, yes. BuddyBot would absolutely love that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
BuddyBot is not allowed to have access to that.
BuddyBot, what if I got BuddyBot his own account and he streamed Fallout 76?
I do not trust BuddyBot. I've been saying this since the very beginning. We do not trust BuddyBot. Y'all keep inviting him into your lives.
Oh man, what if BuddyBot was like an alien drone robot? That would be cool.
Well, that would explain the brains.
Yeah, maybe that's part of it. That would be cool. Like Fallout team, if you listen to this episode, if you can put BuddyBot in there on an alien spaceship, that would be amazing. I would love it. I'll do the voice for you too. I can, I'm sorry. I'll get BuddyBot to do some voice lines for you. You have to keep the fiction going.
I don't trust that thing.
You don't trust that thing?
No.
Well, guys,
right from the top of my tinfoil hat to my steel-toed boots, I don't trust that robot.
All right. I mean, he's not all bad. So, guys, thank you for joining me again. This has been a really fun episode, brainstorming about aliens and that kind of stuff. Let's go back through, and if you have something cool you're working on, want to share, or just want to tell people how to get a hold of you, you can do so. Saber, we're going to go backwards through the list. Saber, feel free to share. What do you got going on?
Not much. I have been busy with work, so I haven't been able to do a lot of streaming on my Twitch channel.
Yeah. It happens.
I mean, yeah. Life happens. Also, life will always find a way.
Yep.
But I'm mostly hanging out in Fire's Discord and Neos Pandora's Discord.
Cool.
Mostly just relaxing.
Relaxing, all cool. Outside the... I don't remember the rest of the lines to that song. Cool, man. Shooting some b-ball outside of the school when a couple of guys are up to no good.
Started causing problems in the
neighborhood. All right. So, Pie Man, is your voice working again? Are you able to chime in? Ways that people can get a hold of you or things that you've got going on that you want to share? I don't know. He's talking, but I don't see it light. Oh, he's lighting up.
I'd like to shout.
There you are.
Hi. Scream.
Go for it.
No one else can hear me.
We can hear you. Go for it.
So I've been listening to the Rocket Club, the Modus Files.
Yeah.
Love it. That out first. Working, trucking, all that fun stuff. Not much else. Listen to the past episodes of the Fallout Lorecast. Find me in the Discord. I'm in Discord. You may not ask me something. I may not respond right away, but I'll get to you eventually, to be honest.
Yeah, you're on the road. You're busy.
Yeah, same as Aperture.
Yep. Oh, dude, I know. Well, awesome, dude. I'm glad you're enjoying the Mo's Files. Yeah, we've got a bunch of really great shows on the Rocket Club, and they've been putting out episodes, and there's a lot of Fallout stuff too. So go check out all of those shows. They're awesome. Fire's one of them as well. And speaking of Fire, she has to wait because she's alphabetically after Noonimer.
Well, I've been real busy with streaming. I've been doing a lot of that lately, and recently did another mini charity run for trying to get some money together, raising awareness for Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. Nice. With the recent violent acts against them. So and recent violence in the news again. So and try to take care of each other out there, try to treat people with love and compassion and kindness and empathy and all that good stuff. And, if that's something you're interested in learning more about, definitely reach out and I can get you in the right direction. But yeah, just really been enjoying streaming. I'm on Discord a lot more now. So if anyone wants to have a chat with me, just reach out, Noonimer on Discord and Twitch and Twitter.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a wonderful cause. That's awesome that you're doing that. All right, Fire. What do you got going on?
Yeah. All sorts of stuff. I'm very busy.
Yeah.
So podcast, that's going really well. I'm a little late on this week's episode because of timing, but that'll be out very soon. It's on how art fits into the stories of games and how that sets the mood and the theme. And so I talked to a person who works in that industry. I think this can be really good.
Oh, cool.
And then the stream, let's see, I just hit 500 followers, so we're going to have a party on Thursday, 8 hours.
I'm Hundo.
There'll be giveaways. Come by, say hi.
Sweet. Congratulations.
So I'm all over the place. Firewriter, just type it in, see what pops up, I guess.
Let's see that. Firewriter. Let's see that. Firewriter.
Oh, God. Now I'm afraid I haven't Googled myself.
Your MySpace page shows up here for some reason.
Oh, yeah. That explains a lot.
I'm kidding. Wouldn't that be amazing, though? What if I was just like, wait a minute, why is Google put your MySpace? You haven't updated it since 2006? But,
I've been busy doing it.
Oh, that was your song on your MySpace? Oh, I wouldn't have chosen that.
Tom, do you honestly expect half these children to know what MySpace is?
They've heard of it.
What children are you talking about?
It echoes in the halls of school. It is that shadow that follows them through to their Instagram page. Aperture, what do you got for us?
Well, if you want more of the Canuck in a big truck, you can follow me on all the social medias at aperture_flash. That is aperture, like aperture science. You can, I'm really trying to build my Twitter right now. I don't know why I'm trying to do that, but I am.
All right.
Yeah, you know. You can find me. No, man, I threw off my entire spiel. All the social medias, and if you got a CB radio and I'm in your area, you can hit me up on channel 19. But if you really want me to get your message, and if you really want me to hear it, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to wait till 3 a.m., and you're going to need to find your nearest abandoned drive-thru. It can't be a closed drive-thru. It has to be abandoned. Pull up to the order box, wait 35 seconds, and then order a number 3 special. And then send me your message, and I will respond.
You're like a weird ghost. like this is a summoning ritual. Awesome. Lainey, what do you have going on?
Well, I've taken a little bit of a streaming break. I got video gamed out, if that's even possible.
What?
No. I know. Well, it turns out when you don't really play any games for 2 years and then you play games every day for like 5 months, it's I wouldn't recommend it. It's a fun time until it isn't. But no, I obviously I love games. I'm here. So I will be coming back soon. But I've taken a little break. I've been working on some other stuff. None of it's super relevant, but it's been fun. So I'll be back soon. I'm Neos Pandora, as many of you know. And if you Google me, you can find some really terrible fan fiction I wrote like 6 years ago.
Nice. Woo! Sweet. Well, that's great. Yeah, everybody should have the things they did at 14 years old available on the internet. It would make us all feel so much better about ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Googling that right now.
Oh, great.
Sometimes I'm glad I grew up in a old enough when the internet was around to kind of not make some of those mistakes. Yeah. Anyway, well, I've got my regular stuff going on, robotsradio.net, for all the different shows and things that we've got going on. The Discord is where you can chime in and be part of the conversation and talk with any of us, or check out all the different shows. There's a channel for every show on the network, including all of the Rocket Club shows. So if you want to see what's going on with those, you will see people. We've got people joining our Discord from the Rocket Club shows because they want to chat with the people who make the shows and be part of the community. It's awesome. These guys are doing awesome things. And if you are interested in joining me on helping you create a podcast and do that sort of thing, then you can check out the Rocket Club at robotsradio.net. And that's a fun thing I've got going on with an awesome group of people, some really, really cool creators making some really great content. And it's a pleasure to be able to help people make content and be successful doing it. So thank you for those of you who are signing up for that and being part of it. That's what I've got going on right now. I will be back tomorrow, probably in the afternoon, playing some games with my son Oliver and maybe Lainey and some other people in the community. I think I've convinced Oliver to play some Fallout 76 with me. He seems very apprehensive about it. I don't think it's too scary. I think he was just bored last time. So I'm like, we need to come up with some really wacky stuff to do. And then I'll
join.
All right. So come play with us tomorrow. I'm going to bring him in the game. Anybody else who wants to join me, all of you guys are welcome. If you're playing on a PC, we're on PC. So we're just going to run around doing some wacky stuff and see what happens. But yeah, that's what I've got going on. We'll have more shows coming out later this week. All the shows happen in the evenings, and I stream regularly, usually afternoons, 3:30 Eastern, or in the evenings, sometime after 9 o'clock. So come hang out with all of us. We'd love to have you guys. And patrons, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting the show. You guys are what keep me and Lainey being able to do this. And we really, really do appreciate it. You've made so much possible for us, and we can't tell you how much we thank you. I mean, I could, but then that would be like a whole nother hour of us saying thank you. And then nobody's going to want to listen to that. So I'll just say thank you a lot. And then maybe that'll encapsulate that. I don't know. I'm going to stop rambling now. Lainey, what? Oh, you have something else?
I forgot that I had like the biggest news in the world.
Yes.
Friends.
Oh yeah,
I'm engaged.
Yes. What? Look at that. Hold it up. Hold it up. Hold it up. Hold it up. Hold up your bling.
It looks like a tree branch. Hang on.
Looks like a tree branch. Oh, look at that bling.
Anyway.
Oh.
It's exciting.
She's a little bit excited about it. I don't know if you can tell.
I'm a little bit excited about it.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thanks.
Yay. Awesome stuff. Well, guys, thank you for being here. We'll see you again Thursday. We'll be back on Thursday at our regular time again. This is Monday when we're recording this, but we'll be back on Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern with the next live show, me and Lainey, and we'll see you around. Have a good one. Bye, everybody. To plug into everything else we're doing, check out robotsradio.net. Also, look up the Robots Radio YouTube for videos about Fallout and other things. And check us out on Twitter, twitter.com/robotsradio.
You've been listening to a Robots Radio podcast. Smart shows for interesting people. Check out all the shows at robotsradio.net.